I'm Zain Saraswati Jamal, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my OMFG Breakfast Smoothie. Now this is the perfect breakfast to grab and go if you're on the run and you want to get all of your nutrients in. Not to mention, it is so delicious, it just tastes like you're drinking a thick cup of dessert. Let's get started. We're going to begin with about 3/4 of a frozen banana. So this is a banana that I froze last night. It's a bit of a mature banana. You don't have to use an overly ripe one, but bananas are so high in potassium, and when they're frozen, they pretty much taste like ice cream. So I'm gonna just throw that into my high-powered blender here. I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of oats. So these are just raw oats. And some people have asked me if I can use steel cut oats for this recipe, and yeah, you can. You just want to use a bit of a less portion, maybe about 1/3 of a cup. So those are just organic rolled oats, the slow cook variety, and I've just put them in there raw. I'm going to be adding 4 medjool dates. So medjool dates are a natural sweetener. They're very high in fiber and they're absolutely delicious. They give a really nice caramelly flavor to the recipe. And then I'm going to add my vanilla homemade almond milk. So you can add any nut milk of your choice. Hemp milk works really well here, almond milk, cashew milk, rice milk, any kind of other nut or seed milk. Coconut milk works really well here as well. Try to stick with a vegan variety, but again, you can use a nut milk of your choice. So that was 1 cup of nut milk. I'm going to add a pinch of Himalayan crystal salt, and that's just for minerals. I always think it's very important to get your minerals in the morning, so I like to do that with a natural salt like the pink Himalayan crystal salt. You can also feel free to use a sea salt there if you wish, or you can omit the salt altogether. I just feel like it brings out a nicer flavor. The next ingredient I'm going to add is a natural vanilla extract. So again, just like 2 to 3 drops of this is enough to really bring out the flavors of everything, so I'm just going to add that to it. And the best thing about this smoothie is that you can prep it the night before, leave it in the fridge, and the next morning it's a really thick, beautiful smoothie to go. So the next ingredient I'm going to add is maca root, and this is an Amazonian superfood. It's a really great food for balancing emotions, hormones, and blood sugar levels as well. It's excellent for women who are looking to modify their moon cycles or who are coming off birth control. The next ingredient I'm going to add, and of course there's going to be a little bit of peanut butter in this recipe. It's me after all, and I love peanut butter. So I'm going to add in about 1/2 tablespoon of peanut butter here, right into the recipe. You can add a little bit more just depending on what your macronutrients are for fat. I know that when I make this for other people, sometimes they prefer to have a little bit more peanut butter, like a tablespoon, and that's fine as well. And the last ingredient that enriches the protein in this recipe is my Sunwarrior vanilla protein powder. And Sunwarrior, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the brand, is a natural vegan brown rice protein powder. It's got 21 grams of protein per serving, and I'm just going to put that in there. It's also absolutely delicious. I'm going to add a couple of ice cubes for good measure because I like my recipe nice and frothy. And I'm just going to grab my alkaline water filter here and just add a little tiny splash of water. You don't need water, but I like to have a little bit. It's about 1/8 of a cup for me. So I'm going to cover this all up and give it a blend. So that sounds like it should just about do it. This is the kind of breakfast that makes me look forward to the morning. It's got your protein content, you've got your 21 grams of protein in here, you've got 1/2 cup of oats, which is your healthy carbohydrate, you've got your almond milk as well as your peanut butter, which is your healthy fat, and then you've got some delicious, natural, simple carbohydrates like with your medjool dates. So this is my OMFG Breakfast Smoothie. It's got your protein, your carbohydrates, your healthy fats. It's going to keep you full and nourished until your next meal. It's going to keep you powered up, and it's going to keep your hair and skin looking great. If you like this recipe, please feel free to visit my website at zainsaraswatijamal.com. Thank you so much, and namaste.